Welcome everybody to the Cayman Way. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're about to get started here, so if you're in the hallways, come on in. If you're a head coach, come next to me, please. If you're a head coach of a spring sport, come on up, make your way up as we get the party started. Yes, give it up. Yes. Man, you can feel the love. You can feel the love, guys. Come on up. Well, as we said, this is our Spring Sports Cayman Way. My name is Marcus Preciado. I'm the AD here, and tonight we're going to have be about a 45-minute window here. We're going to get to meet some of the coaches, hear about our philosophy, also a chance to hear high-level things that are going on, important things. And then after that, be a chance to break out and to meet the coaches, a chance to connect with them, exchange contact information, get a gist of what's happening this year. But I'm going to start from here with Coach Jim Coyle. Jim, introduce yourself and tell them what sport you coach. And you got about...
I'm Jim Coyle. I'm the head softball coach at the Coastal Academy. Came off a fun season and a great winter ball season, and looking forward to this one. So if you're interested in softball, come on out. Good team.
My name is PJ Musselman. I'm taking over the track and field program this year. Excited, took over cross country and went to state champs, so looking forward to a really successful track season. If you guys are looking for a good intermediate sport, all you fall sport people that need to stay in shape, track's got an event for everybody, so call it our big family, so come on out, we'll whip you into shape.
Hi, my name is Mike Campagna. I'm the head baseball varsity coach. We have a fantastic group of kids, JV and varsity both. Had a great year last year. We're looking to even have a better one this year. If you're interested in baseball, come on out. You'll learn a lot and you'll have a good time.
My name is Brendan Boitano. I coach the boys golf team. Last year we finished second overall in San Diego and fourth overall in Southern California. Our goal is to make it to Poppy Hills this year and go win state.
Hi, I'm Jen Hernandez. I'm taking over the girls beach volleyball program this season. So super excited to have you guys and to be out there on the sand and outside and just having fun together and enjoying the sport of volleyball.
Hi everyone, I'm Bryce Salmons. I'm taking over swim and dive this year as head coach, and swimming's an awesome sport. Please come out and enjoy the sun and swim your butts off. Let's go Cayman!
Hello, my name is Joe Milo. I'm the boys indoor volleyball coach. And not only that, we also do beach volleyball. So if you guys want to do both this year, we got a coaching staff that coaches both seasons. And we got like some cool slunks for you guys this year if you want to join us. So those are board shorts. If you guys don't know what those are, come on down, we'll get you some. So ready to rock and roll this year with a couple of brand new guys and awesome coaching staff this year. Looking forward for a great season.
I'm Les Cantu. I am now, as of yesterday, the boys and girls lacrosse director. This is Anna. She'll tell you about herself in a second here. But lacrosse, we're going to crush it this year. Boys and girls both have a full slate of games. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit more hard smashing, where you get in real big shape, like for real big shape, this is the sport for you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Anna Provenzel. I'm going to be focusing on the girls lacrosse team. I'm really excited for our very first CIF official season, where we're going to kick some butt and get all the girls in shape, and it's going to be a great season.
Let's give it up again for our spring coaches. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a seat there. As they're making their way, we don't have enough time really to tell you how much we appreciate our coaches. They're all flawed, believe it or not. They're all imperfect, believe it or not. But they are all amazing. If you would get an idea of the amount of time, effort, energy, passion, blood, sweat, and tears that they put into this program, you would be really overjoyed. And so we're very thankful for you coaches, what you're doing here. And we are elated to have these coaches as we continue every year just to get better and better as an athletics program. Speaking about our athletics program, we can have our athletics team come on up real quick. I want to introduce them to you. So Cody, Jason, Kelly, come on up. Give it up for your fearless athletics team. Wow, there's a lot of love in the crowd tonight. I feel like I should have did some karaoke with this excitement. Strangers in the night. Okay, let's start with Cody. Cody, take the mic. Give them a minute of who you are, what you do, and how you are here to support them.
Hey guys, I'm Cody Warwick. I'm the testing coordinator here at school, and I'm also an assistant athletic director. I help with onboarding coaches. I help with getting coaches paid. I help with social media stuff, website stuff. So if you guys have ideas for your sport, want to kind of hype it up on Instagram, let me know, and I'd love to connect with you guys on that.
Hey everybody, I am Kelly Marion. I'm another assistant athletic director with Cody, and I also run around, do a lot of different things, different hats, a lot of schedules, uniforms, a lot of coach support. But if you have any questions, helping with Jason with athletic clearance and stuff like that too. So if you have any questions at all, just holler.
Hello, Jason Switzer, athletic trainer. It's my 15th year, second year with the Caymans. Excited to be here and here to oversee the health and wellness out of everyone here, including your parents and pets.
Hello, can I bring you my dog? Because he's limping right now. He could use some therapy. All right. Kelly Marion is going to share a little bit about some things that she's going to highlight, and then we'll kind of go real quick. Different people have different things to highlight, so pay attention. We got about 30 more minutes. We want to give you important information, and then we'll go from there.
So I just want to touch base real quick on the Cayman app. If you've done sports with us before, you probably have it already, but it's a great thing, great tool to have. So if not, definitely download Cayman app on your phone, but you can also get to it by any browser on caymansports.com. The Cayman app gives you a lot of general news for each sport, and then sport-specific news. Your coaches have all been encouraged, and we'll be putting out a weekly email on Sundays or Mondays, helping you understand what's happening for the week, what your practices are, games are, all that good stuff. And then your whole schedules will be out there as well. So, and then if things change, your dismissal times will be on there. Everything's on there. It's just a wealth of knowledge. So I definitely would tell you guys to go ahead and get that. Your rosters will be put up there as soon as your coaches finalize those. So that's always fun. And then there's social media, or there's pictures up there in social media that Mr. Warwick will work on as well. All right.
All right, guys, I want to talk about transfers, academic eligibility. I deleted a word there, I think. And then just some general rules on like club and school sports, stuff like that. So raise your hand, please, if you are newly transferred to our school. Okay, if you are newly transferred, there might be a sit-out period, and while you do the athletic clearance process, how many of you guys have uploaded your physical on home campus already? Then you guys are cleared. No one's cleared. That's not good. All right. When in that process, how many of you guys saw the 510 form? The 510 form is the transfer form. If you're not a transfer student, you don't need to do the 510 form. Only if you're transferring to us. There may be a sit-out period that your coach will work with you on. All right. The other part is academic eligibility. Okay. So there's kind of two different things that could happen here. If in quarter one you got below a 2.0, in quarter two you would be on probation, which means you can still play, but it's like the warning flag, right? If in quarter two you also really received below a 2.0, then you would be ineligible to play in quarter three. Now if you got your grades up in quarter three, and then your grades were above a 2.0, you would be off of that list. Does that make sense? So the cool part about eligibility is it's not your cumulative GPA. So as soon as you kind of like really apply yourself to your schoolwork, you guys could be eligible to play again, okay? So we will send this info out. If you see probation, you're still allowed to play, and it's like get your grades up soon. If you see ineligible, you might be asked, you'll be asked to sit from the sport for that quarter until you get your grades up. And then one general rule here is how many of you guys play club sports as well? So we have this happen a lot. It's kind of like your off-season training a lot of the time. CIF rules state that you cannot play for club and for school at the same time. So we've had it happen before where someone went to a tournament and they listed themselves as playing with their club instead of independently, and then we had to forfeit like 2 or 3 games because of that. So the ruling on that, and your coach should know this, but make sure that you're not playing for club and for the school at the same time, okay? And then someone's up next. Jason Switzer. Jason Switzer.
questions, and we can do some individual ones later. But for now, I know it's a little bit of a struggle. We had rank 1, everybody's getting used to it, but we had to upgrade and do something a little bit better. And sometimes we got to struggle, we got to take a step back to move forward. You know, got to get up to get down, as they say. There's two parts of the process. Your athlete clearance is all of your documents that you need to sign. You fill out your medical history, just some signatures, and that needs to be done every year before you participate in your first practice of the school year. And then the second portion is uploading your pre-participation physical by your physician. And when that's completed, and that's every 365 days, so that may not be before your first practice. That may just be whenever your insurance company allows it. So if you're a sophomore, you still have to fill out all the information, get cleared before your first day, but then your physical may just come around on a different day. Just make sure that your status says cleared in green lettering before you head to practice. And if there's any questions or concerns, feel free to email me, and we'll get you sorted. And then, as I said before, I've got athletic training room across the hall from Cayman Hall, and I'm there from noon to 3, and then at most home events. When to come see me anytime you want, whether it's to relax or be seen by an injury, get help with sleep habits, performance, general health and wellness. I'd like to help you with everything. Things that you have to come see me for is any diagnosed concussion or undiagnosed concussion-like symptoms. We've got to work together and get you back on the field or court as safe as possible, as quick as possible, and ensure that we're following the guidelines and protecting ourselves there. And then any time that you're injured and you're going to potentially miss a few days, let's try to limit those days by just come and see me, consult with me. Let's see if we can refer you to the correct individual, or just limit your days lost with best practices that we can give. So I think that's it. Next.
Thank you, Switzer. Hey, Caymans, when I see you guys do pictures, I see you guys sometimes do this, and I never knew what it meant in your pictures. So Mr. Preciato, the athletic department, and I, we just decided to define this. And I just want to tell you our 4 F's of our athletic philosophy. And the way we got these is because the first 3 is how my life was impacted through high school sports. I had the opportunity to play 4 different sports in high school, and then I got to play 1 in college. But the first one is fun. There's a lot of stress in your life. There's a lot of stress in all of our lives. I want this to be a fun opportunity to you. My brother's sitting in here. He coaches one of the sports. It was fun to compete against him growing up. Even though he beat me a lot, I just love competing. Okay, it doesn't really, I know we all want to win. I heard all the coaches talk about winning, but the competition is fun. Whether you're competing against your teammates, the other team, or just competing against yourself. I want you guys to have fun. Fitness. I don't care what sport it is, fitness is so important to your life. It's important to your emotional health, your physical health. It's going to help you in your grades. It's going to help you in your classroom. It's going to help you in your relationships. I'm pushing. I just talked to your coaches. I want every single sport, not just swimming, not just track, but softball, baseball, golf, every single sport to be pushing your bodies as hard as you possibly can. I want our choir teacher to be pushing you guys in fitness. Musical theater, I want you guys to be physically fit. And I don't want to lose a game because the other team is more fit than us. I want us to take care of that and be the most fit athletes on the field. Next one is friendships. You guys are going to be more successful in life. You're going to enjoy these 4 years of high school that I always tell you to make the most of if you have good friends. And your teammates, your coaches, they are going to become your people. I want you to be connected to your coaching staff, connected to your team. You guys are going to help each other get through the ups and downs through high school. And the last one is future. I know my life was changed through high school sports. It made me who I am. I went from being shy to confident. I went from being just unmotivated to totally driven. And I got those from playing sports. So sports will impact your future. We have more and more Caymans getting the opportunity to go to college and have college paid for sometimes through sports. Okay, and if you don't get in college because of a sport, it's still going to impact your grades. It's going to still impact your relationships. It's going to still impact your future employment. So it is going to make you who you are when you graduate from this school. So fun, fitness, friendships, future. Make sure that those are incorporated into every sport. One thing I want to say on fun, I want you guys to take care of the referees. This is supposed to be for fun. The referees are our friend. They will make mistakes, and we have to treat them kindly and with respect. This is about fun. It's not about getting on people out there. Okay, next one. Last thing, guys, it takes money to run an athletic program. Mr. Preciado and myself, actually the Classical Academy's admin team, I'd maybe have a conversation tomorrow about athletic facilities. Yes, we need to improve our athletic facilities. Yes, there are plans in place to try to improve our athletic facilities, but it takes money to do that. So we are asking for a donation to the NCEF. They help us with the ongoing cost of just the program in general. They actually just recently bought us an extra van that we can use for some of our sports for the away contests. So we do ask for that. It's not required, but it really, really helps if you guys can donate to the NCEF. And on top of that, we need every team to fundraise. And I know Snap Raise is a pain, but Snap Raise, your team is probably going to raise between $10,000 to $15,000 from those 20 emails. So we are asking every team to Snap Raise, and this is, guys, where you can get your family and friends that don't even live here. They live, across the world. They live across the United States, and they want to support you as an athlete at Classical Academy High School. So these team fundraisers really get you those extras that our school doesn't have the budget for. It is the big, I won't say this outside of this room, but it is the biggest budget item at this school. It's a huge, huge part of our budget, and we need your guys' help. So there's other ways to raise money too. If you want to do an ad on our Cayman app, talk to Mr. Preciado, but we need both sources of funds. It's going to be an awesome season. This is our biggest season of sport. I think we have about half of the Caymans doing a spring sport, so go Caymans.
Thanks, Dana. Before we move on, with those 4 F's you guys did, that's really the foundation of how we want to do things. Once again, will we fall short sometimes? Absolutely. Will we miss the mark sometimes? Absolutely. But that is really how we want to philosophically run our athletics program. And if you are a big competitor, maybe you're hearing fun, friendship, fitness, future, whatever, right? Some of that, because I like to win. I like to dominate. I like to, with all my kids, when I compete with my kids, I like to beat them all. In competition, I don't like to beat my kids. Please, if you recorded that, I like to beat them in competition. So. But one of the great things when we speak to our coaches, we don't emphasize winning. We really don't. Now, it sounds kind of counterintuitive as an athletics department, right, not to emphasize winning. We emphasize those 4 F's and how to do it the right way. That being said, we believe if we approach it that way, it's going to yield great results, right? If we put the focus on doing things right, if the kids are out there having a great time, you know what they're doing? They're recruiting their friends, and they're enjoying it, and they're giving maximum effort. And if they're making lifelong friendships as well, guess what? It's great value to them, so they're going to maximize their effort and their affinity for the program. And in fitness, they're staying in shape. Well, that's fantastic as well. That benefits all their lives, and of course, opens up doors for just that lifestyle for the future. That being said, I don't want you to think that this is a chump athletics program, just because we emphasize those things. For example, we have some Division II programs. We have some Division I programs that compete with the top schools in San Diego. We have kids playing in the Pac-12, at service academies, in volleyball, football, baseball, soccer, swimming, and the list goes on. So this is an athletics program that's doing great, great things. And a great illustration was this year, we recently, with our football program, the first team in the history of Escondido, I want you to hear this, the first team in the history of Escondido for football, we won a state championship using those programs. So we'll have some fun, right? We're going to stay in shape with fitness, make some friendships, and it affects our future. But we're also, by doing this, we're going to yield some great results. So I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. I want to cover some roles here. Roles for players. Players, if you're listening, if you're here, listen up. Here's your role. Very simple. We want you to remain eligible. Number 1, right? Because if you're not eligible, you can't play. It's pretty simple to maintain that 2.0. Here at this school, I've found out that you have to work harder not to be eligible. Like you have to have a plan, like a well thought out plan. How do I become ineligible and stick to it, right? And if you focus, maybe you can become ineligible. Because otherwise, you're going to remain eligible if you come, you pay attention, you get your work done, you make relationships with your parents, with the teachers. So remain eligible, as well as best effort, best attitude. Everybody say best effort. Everybody say best attitude. Right? Underneath the umbrella, if we behave that way from athletics department, from the teachers to the coaches to the players, it's going to yield good results. We can't focus on the results because we can't control the results. But we can control the best effort and best attitude. And we feel if our kids and our coaches are giving forth their best effort, right, and their best attitude, it doesn't guarantee a victory. Right? It doesn't guarantee success. But what it does guarantee is you maximizing the opportunity for those things. So really, as a player, best effort and best attitude, and that's really what we want from you, and I hold you accountable for that. The coaches, right, to implement the 4 Fs. You've heard them. We hold our coaches accountable as well, and it's weird as an athletics department, right, talking to coaches saying, hey, how are you having fun? Because back in my day, like getting yelled at by your coach was the norm, like yes coach, right, and not having a voice was the norm. We're in a different era, right, so we really want to implement and have a system where the kids are having fun, the coaches know that. Keep players safe, right? Safety is key. So we're going to do everything we can to keep your players safe, to keep them healthy, especially when it comes to head trauma and things of that nature. That's our focus as coaches as well. And to communicate effectively. So the coaches will give a weekly update on the Cayman Sports app. If you've not downloaded the Cayman Sports app, please do so. Most of the high-level communication will happen through the Cayman Sports app. A lot of times then the coaches maybe will have a kind of a text thread amongst the student athletes, because there's a quick change. Like with all this weather, can you imagine our soccer teams, how we've had to change on a dime, and it's a lot easier to send a text. But in general, the coaches will be communicating through the Cayman Sports app at least once a week, so you get a gist of what's going on there. So make sure you download the Cayman Sports app. Parents, so what are the roles for the parents? One, support the students and the coaches. Support the students and the coaches. Very easy to do. We have a great school here that allows the parents to make an impact, that allows the parents to get involved, to allow the parents to be helpful. So help the coaches, help support the students and the coaches. There's rooms from maybe sometimes someone organizing carpools, right? Sometimes somebody organizing, helping out with a website, somebody helping organize with the social media, or maybe some of the team events, or whatever the case may be. If you want to get involved and engaged, talk with your head coach. We welcome that, and really we do need it. It makes it a lot more fun and gives you a chance to get involved. So get involved. We encourage you to do that. Next slide here. Okay, these are not so much fun stuff here. So some communication, right? So with the coach, all right. So this is difficult because every parent wants their kid to play. Is that correct? Right? Nobody likes to see their kid not on the field. And typically when your kid's not on the field, you want them on the field. And that creates some tensions and things of that nature. But I was just going to talk about things that we can discuss with the coaches and things that we're not supposed to discuss with the coaches. One, do discuss player treatment. If your player is being treated poorly, chat with us. Chat with the coach, right? In general, let me put a pause here too. In general, we would like for the communication, right, unless it has to do with child safety, unless it has to do with a critical situation. We would like and we encourage the communication to go from player to coach. Are you with me on here? Right, from player to coach, because soon they're going to graduate and they're going to be on their own. So you will get pushback from us, from the principal and the coaches and our athletics department if you come to us with a complaint. I'm not saying it's not a reasonable complaint. Are you guys hearing me? But if you haven't at first gone to the coach, because if you don't go to the coach first, then they don't know what the deal is often, and they don't get a chance to make a correction. So the first flow of communication is from the student to the coach. If that doesn't work and you feel compelled to get involved, we encourage you to get involved, right? Get involved. We have reasonable coaches. Say, hey, coach, can I chat with you? Necessarily at the game probably isn't the best time, During the game certainly is not the best time. Send them an email, come to practice, and have that discussion with the coach, bring it up to the coach. At that point, right, if you don't feel the situation is resolved, or the coach is being unreasonable or unhealthy or anything or toxic, then come to us. But please go to them first. It's just very helpful, and it's really the right way to communicate. Even though I know as parents we want to go there and fight our kids' battles, we really encourage the players to go to their coach first. If you heard that, can you just raise your hand, please? Just raise your hand. All right. You guys take a picture of that so we can hold it. Thank you. All right. But we are accessible. But in general, right, if you come to us and you haven't dealt with the coaches, we're going to point you right back to the coaches. Discuss ways to help, right? How you can be helpful. A lot of ways to help. Fundraising, carpooling, advertising, maybe just getting, what I used to love to do is go there early and pick up the trash or shag the balls, right? Or just be helpful when I wasn't coaching. Discuss ways to help. Behavior concerns, right? Maybe the way the coach is behaving, because at times our coach may behave in a way that they need a course correction. Often there's going to be kids on the team that behave in a way where we need to address that. So behavior, certainly chat with the coach about that. And also ways to improve, right? How can I get better? Here is something every coach likes to hear. Hey coach, how can I get better? How can I get better? That's way better than murmuring behind the coach's back about not playing time, murmuring behind the coach's back with frustrations, thinking the coach has favorites, and maybe the coach has favorites sometimes. They're human. But the best way to do it, players, right? Go to the coach, say, hey coach, I want to maximize my opportunity to play here. What can I do to get better? You will be surprised what will come from that discussion with your coach. So those are things that are free game to discuss. A couple things that you don't discuss, playing time. Playing time, and we support the coaches on this. If you come to us or anybody in the athletics department say, hey, Johnny's not playing enough, we're going to have you go to the coach, to have Johnny go to the coach. So, coach, what can I do for that, right? But the coaches, we encourage the coaches from CIF down, right, to not engage in playing time conversations. That is the coach's decision. They'll make decisions you don't like. They'll make decisions that are wrong sometimes. But they're the ones putting in the inordinate amount of hours, the effort, the energy, the sacrifice. And really, they earn the right to make mistakes with what they do for a student athlete. So playing time is not open for discussion. Game strategy is not open for discussion. You may be an expert coach. You may be a better coach, right? You may be a pro coach, right? But game strategy is not up for discussion, as well as the participation of the players, right? So, hey, how come Billy's playing and my son isn't? Or why is that kid's no good? You know my son's better. Or you guys know what goes on in your head. Because it goes in my head too, right? But there's a caveat to this. There's a way you can do all of this if you want to. Coach. So if you really want to have these discussions, we are 100% for it. Chat with us. Let's get you certified. Let's get you committed to coaching, right? Let's get you that big coaching stipend we give you, right? And then, hey, those three are open discussion. So let's go to the next slide here. I just want to wrap up with this real quick, and it's wrapping up the 4S. Personally, I've had 4 kids go through Classical 3, have graduated and are in college, and one is a freshman right now. So the 4S, this is a picture of me. The fat guy to the left, the handsome fat guy is me. The old guy to the right is my dad, and in between there is my daughter Macy next to me, my son Marco, my son Diego, my daughter Kayla, my wife Tracy, and then my dad. And in this picture, these kids have had the most fun at Classical. They've all been lifers, so they're little classical nerds, right, running around. They've had the most fun that they've ever had in school through sports. Surprisingly, not through biology. Nothing's wrong with biology, but that wasn't their funnest time. It was through sports. Friendships. They have all made friendships that are key to their life right now, right? That they visit on the weekend, that they do life with. And that's through the difficult times they've had, through, complaining against the coach together, losing that game, or laughing on the bus, or get their butts kicked, or winning that championship, has forged those friendships that will last a lifetime for them right there. Fitness, Fit kids, right? This has been key for my kids. I don't know about you, but if my kids aren't running around, they are not sane, right? And so if nothing else, if they didn't win one game at Classical, the fact that they came home tired, I'm good with that, right? The fact that they were going to go to sleep that night and not bother me and my wife, right? That's a win, right? So they kept fit, and that carries on with them in the lifestyle as well. Future, my kids have been very fortunate. They've had a great time here, met great coaches, learned good hard work ethic. The 3 that have graduated have gone on to play sports in college. My son Diego went to Stanford to play football. He has 2 years of eligibility now, and now he's getting his master's playing soccer at a couple different schools that have given him offers. He's trying to figure out what to do, right? So that's a good problem to have. My 2 other daughters love each other usually, and played soccer at Westmont. And so it's been a great experience for them. My son Marco, the young kid right there, he's not that good at sports, but he loves Legos, so just pray for him. Can't win them all, guys, can't win them all. He's kind of on the same trajectory of sports being a tool he has, right, to open up doors. But whether they're able to matriculate to schools and play sports or not is really not the concern. It's really the life lessons that they've learned through sports that will carry them on in the future. Classical, for me and my family, has been a key component to the success that my family's had. It's been awesome. And sports has been a unique vehicle in their lives to really maximize opportunities, joy, friendships, all kinds of things. So I really encourage you guys, get involved as much as you can and let us know how we can support you. Thank you guys so much for your time, your effort, and your energy. I'm going to have Kelly close us up with talking about next steps where we go from here.
Thank you, Mr. Preciado. Before Kelly breaks us off into our groups, I want to say we have Ty Smith from Play It Again Sports here tonight. He's one of our track coaches. He's selling Cayman gear. You can get your sport printed on the Cayman gear, and proceeds go to our athletic department. So you can check that out on the way out. So Kelly.